Hi, it's Dorothy Guining with Scrapbooking Quebec, and today I'm going to do a layout share for my March 2020 How to Kill a Kit with Style kit. I usually put together a kit with really old material for this stash busting series, but in March, exceptionally, I used mostly, but not all, new material. The Tropical Oasis Suite from Stampin' Up! That's what you see on the screen. Below, you'll find a link to the kit share I posted at the beginning of the month, and I'll also put links to any process videos I did, as well as links to all the other participants in this series, so be sure to check them out. I ended up making 18 layouts, 12 by 12 pages, as well as 6 pocket pages. And finally, before the share, I just want to point out I did have to cover up some of the photos. These are beach pages after all. So here are the first 3 pages, pocket pages, and 3 you might say. I'll show you that in a minute. I have a half page there. I'm about to flip it right now. Basically, I'm not very talented when it comes to pocket pages. I end up using them when I have lots of photos, which is what I'm doing right here. But I didn't quite have enough to do 4 pages, but I had too many photos for 2 pages. So I took one of those page protectors and I literally cut it down the middle with a pair of scissors. Anyway, next 2 pages, and often my pocket page albums look like this, one 12 by 12 page and another pocket page. I used all the material from my kit. I used the stamps, the dies, as well as the embossing folder, and I don't usually use embossing folders, so that was really fun for me to challenge myself to use them. And I did add some sequins to that pocket card, the pineapple on the left page, so that was fun. I do like those pages. Now here are 2 more pages. Again, a pocket page as well as a 12 by 12 page. I also embossed here those brown cards that you see on the left hand side. That's simply brown cardstock, and I embossed it. So that was a little bit different for me. Again, like I said, had that embossing folder not been in my kit, I wouldn't have used it. Yeah, so we'll on to the next 2 pages. This one I did cover up. Now there is a process video for the page design on the left, not the page itself, so that will be linked up below. And again, I used the paper, I used the dies, I used the stamps, and all of that, it was because it was in my kit. I must say I was getting pretty sick of using tropical material and doing tropical pages, so I will be happy to move on to another theme next month. For these 2 pages here, I did a process video for the page design, not the page itself. I used the paper from the kit, but the leaves that you see there, that was dies from my tool stash. So anyway, I'm always happy to utilize my tools, so there was no big deal there, but the material did come from my kit. So here's the very same page design, and for this one there is a process video and it's linked up below. I did it for Stretch the Sketch, and I really love those pineapples. Those were dies that were in the kit with this Tropical Oasis Suite, and I'm pointing out the title. I cut that out with my die cutting machine, but I embossed the cardstock first and then I cut it out. So again, I forced myself to use that embossing folder. Here are 2 more pages. Now I was down to the end of my paper when it came to this, and honestly at the beginning I didn't like it, but I do like it now. And the page on the left, there is a process video for the page design, not the page itself. And as you can see, I did some writing on a photo. Now that's something I tend to do more in pocket pages than on my scrapbook 12 by 12 pages. Now I'm moving on. At the beginning of the month, I threw in 2 half-done pages, and that's the page there on the right with the exploding photo mat. Now basically what I did last month is I took my leftover embellishments and I made exploding photo mats for this page as well. So this month I added a bit of material to that to finish off the pages. That photo doesn't really have 2 cats. I just had to cover up the beautiful young lady who was underneath that second cat up top. So here's what I have left of my kit. So basically a few scraps, that's all going in my recycling bin. And what I did was I well, first of all, I'm showing you the pocket cards. Now, I had about 50 pocket cards in this kit, and I had no intention of using them all. I just wanted to make a dent in them, and I certainly did. I used over half of them. And with my scraps of paper, I took the hint from Sarah Scraps last month, who took her scraps and cut them up into pocket cards. So I had enough to make 6 3x4 cards. So I'm just going to store it with these pocket cards. And that second bag, simply what I did was I tidied up my scraps, and I'm going to store it with the cards as well. And I can use those for punch art and stuff like that. I did use some sequins and some twine. I definitely used all of these tools, so I'm quite thrilled with it. But like I said, I'm really sick of working in the tropics. And here are the letters. I used a bit of all of them except for that kit there of titles. I used that sparkly one, but they were not my favorite. And these last 2 envelopes are what I had stored with those exploding photo mats. So those were left over from my February kit, and I really wanted to use them up. And as you can see, I really did. So the first one is definitely going in the recycling bin, but this Heidi Swap one with the labels, I find that quite versatile, so I'm still probably going to keep it. Anyway, there's my kit share for the month of March 2020. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to Scrapbooking Quebec, I would be absolutely thrilled if you did. And don't forget to check out all the other YouTubers who are participating in this How to Kill a Kit with Style stash busting series. There'll be a bunch of new videos today and tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.